Hello, welcome to Spoiler Alert Podcast, the podcast where we talk about the latest episodes of anime you have been warned. In this episode, we bring back RandomSama. Hello, Random.
Hello, Sheena. Hello, Ray. Glad to be back.
All right, so for this episode, we will be talking about, let's see here, No Game, No Life, up to episode 6, Kawai Complex, Brynhildr.
Broomhandle. Just call it Broomhandle.
Okay, we'll go with that. Broomhandle in the Darkness, up to episode 6. Black Bullet up to episode 5 because I've only seen up to episode 5. MekakuCity Actor and Irregular at Magic High School Magic School. Is it Magic High School? Whatever. Up to episode 6. And then we're going to be doing a look back on Elfen Lied, and we'll end the show off with some off-topic discussion. So let's go ahead and start off with No Game, No Life episode 6, which I just saw not too long ago. And it was very fan-servicey, even though it was very well done. I enjoyed it quite a bit. What did you guys think about it?
Wincest is the best cest.
It's the only cest.
No, there's a couple other ones, but...
Is that technically how you say it?
Wincest?
No, just cest. Like, how do you describe, some sort of incest?
It's the only
a type of
cest in
cest.
the world.
Sounds like a spice.
It sounds kind of wrong. So in this episode, our main characters played a game against Gibril, who is a flugel. I think she's one of the races, right?
Yeah, flugels are one of the races.
Mm-hmm.
They're ranked number 6, if I recall.
That or 7, one of the two.
6 or 7.
I believe 6 was right, though.
And so they're playing a game against her, which is that word game. I can't remember what it's called, like Shiri.
I can't remember.
Shiri
Chiki. Well, basically, they say a word, and the last syllable, and I guess in Japan, they have to come up with another word within 30 seconds.
That begins with that.
That begins with, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so they have this epic game. And it was pretty interesting. And it was very, very, one thing I'm going to mention, is very fan servicey, this episode.
It's very scientific.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that was actually one of the parts I really liked. Seeing stuff dressed as a little doggy was cute and all, but yeah, I definitely liked the way that they incorporated all the scientific knowledge into it. That was really interesting to me.
I thought it was good because they had both versions of science, the internet science and the real science.
Yeah.
I like internet science. My favorite part, though, was when he got rid of every girl's clothing. No nipples.
Yeah, because they that was dealt with earlier, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that was... And then, the way that they what did he call it? There's the terminology he used was just beautiful and hilarious, and I can't remember what it was.
Terminology
for
the no nipple thing?
For the way that censorship was done.
Oh, okay. I don't remember it.
Like there's an.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, but it was beautiful. It was so beautiful.
He did go on a nice little rant though about the.
I thought it was amazing when the little sister was like thumbs up to it. Like she's I approve.
There is approval here.
Yeah.
So it's okay. So it's not bad.
It's more cessed.
As long as little sister approves, everything is okay.
Yeah, basically. I mean. Yeah.
So what do you guys think of No Game, No Life so far? Since we haven't really talked about it.
We haven't talked about anything because we haven't done a podcast.
Just keep going.
Jeez, guys, slackers.
Love you too, Randall.
So what do you guys think of No Game, No Life so far?
My favorite. Bam.
Favorite of the season?
Uh-huh.
Well, it can't be my favorite of the season, but we'll talk about that eventually. Actually, no, we won't. That got taken off the docket. My favorite's Chaika, but someone in this chat isn't watching it. So
yep.
I don't know who that could be, but
exactly. Don't do that because then they'll think it's me when it's you.
Yeah, it's you. It's only
what?
Yeah, it's you hasn't been watching Chaika, which shame on you because it's very good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll get on it.
Can I say
ahead,
something about that? It's so well paced.
Yeah, it is. The pacing is impeccable.
Can I say something about that? Why I'm not watching it?
Go for it.
Eyebrows? I don't know why. Eyebrows just tick me off.
That's the only thing that I can fault with Chaika.
Yeah,
it's okay.
And you get used to it. I mean,
it's only.
Have you watched?
It's only on that one character, at least. It's only on that one character.
I haven't seen K-On!
I was gonna say it's not as bad as that, at least, you know.
Yeah, I've seen the K-On! Eyebrows too. So.
Oh, that was so bad. That is actually the reason why I never watched K-On! I'll be honest.
Right, so back to No Game No Life. Random.
I've been greatly enjoying it. I actually put it on hold after episode, I think it was 4, when they finished off the duel with the other human who was backed by the elves to get control of the throne. I actually stopped watching at that point because I've been trying to put things on hold so I can work on my ever-growing backlog of anime.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to watch as few seasonals as possible. So I caught up today, but I'm enjoying it. The only thing that really bothered me for a while was the way to do the coloring, the high saturation, and the thing that I realized actually why it looks so weird is because the characters are outlined in red, not black.
Yeah. Yep. That's why it looks so... It hurts your eyes a little bit sometimes. At least for me.
I was going to say, some people have been complaining of headaches. I haven't had that issue, but if you try, do they have, one of those, theater modes on Crunchyroll or something? Where you can make, everything darker around it?
I don't know.
No, I don't think they have that, but...
I'm sure you could use, XSplit or something to do that, couldn't you?
There's a couple ways you can do it. I know that I run a program that normalizes my brightness on my monitors, and it's not an issue for me.
Yeah, I mean, there's multiple things you can do to actually fix that, essentially, if that's really an issue for you.
Yeah, but you don't want to go through the trouble just to watch an episode of No Game No Life.
I'm just saying, because I know people have complained about it. I haven't had the issue at all, though, so I don't...
Yeah, neither have I. I mean, it took a little getting used to, but that was it for me. It bothered me for the initial, episode, and then I kind of just got used to it.
At the very least it's something different. It looks very unique.
Yeah, it's different and unique, and it's not Akiyuki Shinbo.
Exactly.
We'll talk about that.
We'll get to that later. But yes, it's different and unique, and I like that it's Madhouse is taking a risk with it, and I really like how it's actually turned out.
So yeah, I'm enjoying it. The story's pretty, I guess, simple, but the way they play it out is a lot more complex than what it is, especially the games.
There's a lot of character depth. Is the other thing I'd say.
Yeah. I don't know about the sister. We haven't really gotten much of the sister yet.
True.
Not since the game of chess.
That's the thing that's been bothering the most. Actually, is she's supposed to be on par with Shiro, but she's sort of just been my epic power is I know everything that he is thinking, and I'm cute. Praise me.
That's a pretty. Yeah,
hey man, Moe will get you everywhere in this business.
It worked in the chess game. Fucking hell. That was some great moments. That did lead to some great moments.
My favorite character so far is Steph. Just because she has the comedic relief of the series so far, and she's just adorable as a dog.
Episode 2. That's all I gotta say.
And she's adorable as a dog. Well, I know what we gotta do.
What?
Nothing.
Nope, nothing.
High five, Random.
No. What was that? All right. So let's go ahead on to the next series, which is Kawai Complex. And I believe this one's done by Brainbase, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I've only gone up to episode 3, I believe. I can double check. But this is a very slice of life series, right? So
yes, it is.
It's not very, deep, I guess. But it's very well done. It's a very beautiful series as far as the artwork goes.
And I would go so far as to say show of the season for me, actually, which surprised me a lot because I hadn't planned on watching it. Yeah, I hadn't planned on watching it at all. I was just going to skip over it because I was like, oh, it's a slice of life series, whatever, no big deal. And I had, I think, 6 separate people on separate occasions tell me to watch it, and it surprised me because it's so heartwarming and it's just fun to watch, and the artwork is gorgeous. And I like the way that they fuse the 2 animation styles, because they have that sort of more classic anime realist style thingy. I don't know how to describe it exactly, where it's really just clean and crisp, and the color saturation is great, and they have the sparkle but not too much of it, and just it looks gorgeous. And then they have the kind of chibi thing they do for some of the more comedic bits, and that looks great too. So
yeah. I like the lighting for the series. It's very well done. That's pretty much most of my thing. It's slice of life. There really isn't much to say except for the relationship between the 2 characters, the 2 main characters. And the side characters are hilarious, and I love them so much. Especially the was it grandma, the one that pretty much owns the place.
Sumiko is great.
I heard big, and the first thing I thought was tits, and I thought you were going somewhere else with that. Different character.
No.
Well, there's only one character that has that, but
yeah.
I have to say I like the main character's roommate a lot, especially after the latest episode.
True.
That was the latest episode, right?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, she hasn't seen that, though, but that's...
But yeah, it adds more depth to his character. I love it.
Yeah. Well, there's still, like, all that mystery behind him, but it's, like, part of the comic relief is where is this guy getting money and shit?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like...
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. You find out more about that, but I mean, it's... I personally think, like, some people are overhyping it, but it's very good for what it is. Like, if this is a genre you don't like, it's still not gonna change anything for you.
Yeah, it's very slice of life, but I think it's still masterfully done.
Yeah.
For slice of life.
I would definitely agree with that.
So that's Kawai Complex. Well, once I catch up, we can probably talk more if there's anything that I missed that's big. Although it's slice of life, I don't think there really is anything, right?
No.
Yeah, no.
It's just more of it. There's the building of the relationship between the two main characters, and Kawaii Senpai is amazing. She's so adorable.
Would you call her a tsundere?
No, she's actually a dandere.
Or
she's dandere.
Is that I get that confused sometimes.
Yeah, tsundere is chitoge. Dandere is onodera.
Ah.
And for a person who hasn't watched Nisekoi, yeah, that I know that I know the types is
Shun.
I know. I'm not watching the most talked about harem anime ever because I don't enjoy harem anime that much.
What do you describe as a harem? Because this isn't like. I mean, Nisekoi isn't as much of a harem as most harems are. There isn't 50 million fucking girls. Like,
I know that there's a spectrum for the harem genre, and this is the lower end of that spectrum.
Yeah, because I mean, like, there's only like 2 real legit options, in my opinion.
It's no Tenchi Muyo. I know that.
Yeah, I mean, the other girls are basically just side characters, except like they try to give it a little bit of hope, just to give them a fan base, essentially. Because, I mean, come on, let's be honest. The ones that get the most screen time are the real options.
Are Chitoge and Onodera.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like I don't even have to watch this series to know what's going on. That's my
Twitter is all over
That's
that.
my other problem, is I can just look at my Twitter feed and know what happened.
Yeah.
Or you know, Team Chitoge versus Team Onodera, and they just go at it, and that's all I need to know.
I'm Team Onodera. I would go for her any day.
Oh, see, I don't know. I hop back and forth. I'm not very loyal.
Ray, your team, why not both? We all know.
Yeah.
We're both on
that's
team.
That's my
why
team
not
in
both?
real life, too. You know?
Well, that went downhill
Silence.
fast.
Yeah. All right. So.
Why can't I have both?
All right. So let's go on to the next anime series, which is Brynhildr in the Darkness. I actually tried that time instead of saying
almost there. There's no N.
Almost.
Well, there is, but
There's an N.
You're putting the N in the wrong
Brynhildr.
spot, but you're getting there.
All right, Brynhildr in the Darkness, episode 6. Can someone kind of recap that, because I kind of forgot. I've seen it, but I forgot.
Okay. I think episode 6 was for the development with Kotori, and they were trying to figure out if she was there to kill Kuroha or not, and then there was the one girl who called for help, who was one of the other escaped witches, and then there was the super powerful one who was blowing shit up and killing people and tearing out the harnests, and then there was the non-battle, and everything was resolved, sort of, except not really.
Oh, okay, I remember now.
Yeah,
The reason for her smile.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
Yeah, the reason for the smile, and yeah, that was a horrible summary, but you know.
It worked. It jogged my memory though, so it's all good.
Yeah, I still don't know if I like the series or not.
Yeah, let's get some more detail from you before
Yeah.
I say anything. Is there anything you can say, add to it?
Me?
No, random first.
Oh, me. Just in general. I want to like the series. I really do, because I like the concept,
Mm-hmm.
and I like kind of how the characters interact somewhat. I almost flipped my desk with the time travel
Yes!
that they did.
Okay.
I almost flipped my desk over when they're like, "Oh, it really is Kuroneko. Everything's resolved. Time travel. I don't remember that happening."
Yep, that pissed me off too. I was like, no, why? What?
I'm done.
I was like, why does time affect his memories? Is that realistic at all? Oh.
Well, according to Steins Gate.
Which I haven't watched.
Shun.
Yeah, that's.
Shun.
I'm getting there.
No, I'm right there with you on that one. Actually, I've actually just considered just buying it and then watching because it's so good.
Oh my god, you guys!
I'll get there.
I'm just saying.
Time travel gives me a headache, man.
It's not bad. I mean, except for this time travel. This
I'm not
one was
worried
bad.
It's bad.
Steins
but...
Gate's time travel wasn't bad. Broomhandle's time travel
this was poorly
bad.
executed and just.
Here though, the thing I'm like, I seriously have a question here. So, is anybody who knows is an expert on time travel here? Please comment.
By all means, please go ahead and let us know if.
Yeah, do you lose your memories? Does that also go backwards? Because I have a feeling that wouldn't. Like, realistically, like that.
Oh.
Like, that was just for plot.
I can explain it. I think I can explain it.
Okay,
so I think what it is the girl herself traveled back in time so she wouldn't die, but nobody else did, is the way that I think they can justify it. So she moved backwards along the timeline, but everybody else technically stayed in place.
But then wouldn't you know still?
She's the only one who moved along that timeline.
That still doesn't make sense to me.
We need a drawing.
Time travel's
we need
not
to have
supposed
an
to make
actual
sense.
drawing of this because I think Steins Gate could actually explain it a lot more. I'm not very good at explaining things, and I think I can understand this whole time travel thing. Because it depends on. It's kind of weird. I get what Random was saying is pretty much true. She's the one, the witch who does the time travel. Is the one
but
that
nobody
moved.
else is traveling.
Yeah, the point where she traveled back in time. At the time, they didn't know about the whole. What is that? 3 dots on her boob.
3 moles. The moles.
Yeah. So he didn't see it at that point of time, and he never will because the timelines shifted until a certain point. Like I said, Steins Gate does explain this, so watch Steins Gate.
Yeah. Listen, all I can say is it pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah. Well, oh no, that we can all agree on that one. I think.
Yeah, that was.
I think it was a bullshit plot device.
It was like epic moment, epic plot point figured out. None of it's relevant now because it all just went back in time.
Although I thought that when how they're all living together now, and they were playing with water and they're all taking off their clothes.
Yeah, I thought that would have come up too.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, he's gonna see the moles again. Nope.
No, I didn't think that at all. I was like, oh yay, more random fan service in this show that's there for no real reason.
It could have been like a cliffhanger since it was at the end, so I thought it would have been a perfect time.
Is that the only thing that, like, am I the only one that's getting pissed off at that about this show? Because this show doesn't need it.
Okay, there's a different show on our list that we'll talk about cliffhangers that really piss me off. We'll get there. This one actually isn't as bad for me.
Yeah, but, I mean, on the fan service, anybody else with that?
Oh, the fan service? Eh.
I mean, because
it
doesn't feel necessary.
I don't even notice it anymore.
But yeah, for this show, like, the Broomhandle one, like, it doesn't feel necessary. Like, I get why it's in some shows. This one, I don't get it at all.
I have that issue a lot with unnecessary fan service, and I think it's causing a lot of shows to become shows of 2 halves. And they have the fan service half, and they have the serious half, and the serious half is 95% of the time better than the fan service half.
Yeah, like the first instance of real fan service in this one, I didn't mind it. I was like, okay, you got it out of the way. And then when it happened again to a ridiculous extent, and like I think it was actually the most recent episode, right?
Yeah, it was the water fight.
That one pissed me off. Like, there was no reason for this. There was no reason for shirts to be coming off. That was just purposely like crappy anime excuse to make fan service.
Yeah.
To be honest, this show isn't like the best thing, so.
No, but
the best part about that show is the OP.
True, but I think it was badly edited personally, but.
Yeah.
That too.
What's it called? It has interesting enough plot behind it and stuff though that I want it to be good.
But the execution's not very good.
No.
Mm-hmm.
It's having the same problem that Elfen Lied had.
For you.
For me, fair enough.
Listen, there was a reason for tits in that, okay?
Yes, there was a reason. We'll get to it later.
Right.
Because that's our look back.
I don't know if I actually agree with that, but I'm just...
We can talk about badly edited for the next anime, though, too.
Which is Black Bullet, episode 6. Wait, did somebody change that?
It could be 5 or 6, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, because I haven't seen episode 6. I've only seen up to episode 5.
Okay,
can I, on my defense, I've been busy the last couple of weeks, so I haven't been watching just to, get it out of the way.
You mean lazy?
This is my first day off in 8 days, and I caught up on everything.
Yeah, look at that. It's next level shit right there, Shia. What are you
Wait, hold on. My final was at 5 p.m.
Hey, what were you doing the day before? What were you doing yesterday? Come on, Sheena.
Studying.
You gotta step up your game.
Studying.
Yeah.
I'm Asian.
Studying?
I have to
Who studies?
I'm Asian. That's my duty to study.
You're Asian.
All right. You know what?
No, I have
It should
to.
just come to you naturally. Was it math related, Sheena?
Yes.
Failure!
Worst Asian
Son.
ever.
Yep.
All right. So Black
Yay.
Bullet is the biggest lolly series.
It's gotten better. It's actually kind of working out its lolly problem, which is making it infinitely better.
Is it just me, or is there no what are they called? The ones that look over the lollies? I'm just gonna call them lollies.
Look over the lollies?
Promoters.
The promoters. They're all like men, large men.
Except for Rentaro, who's a scrawny ass man, but that's fine because he's like made of 2/3 uranium, so who cares?
We went Full Metal Alchemist when they showed his arms.
No, he makes Edward Elric look like a punk because Ed only has an arm and a leg.
He has like half his
Rentaro
body.
has like 2/3 of his body is pure uranium.
Oh my god. Like, when Sheena said that, I just imagined I imagined that guy in the sewer in that one episode that was watching all the other ones.
Oh
like all
god,
the ones that
I
didn't have.
totally
I just imagined
freaked
like
out when I saw that.
I just imagined Sheena was talking about something completely different. She was trying to ask it, was he a rapist? And I was like,
no.
like, I felt like that's what she was going on to. I was like, that's not plot relevant.
He was a kind-hearted
even...
man that I would have been like,
Yeah.
what are you doing with all these little children? Get out of
I didn't even think about that. I'm just like, this is a plot device. I don't even care.
No, I was like, oh my god, this guy's a pedophile. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Yeah. Hey man, he was collecting the lollies. No, that old man was Glen Pie. That old man was Glen Pie. I figured it out. Figured it out, guys.
Collecting them shit like Pokemon. Oh,
bam.
Oh my god. But yes, so this series, I know Ray had a bunch of stuff to say about the pacing for this. Ray.
Well, I think me and Rand were talking about this earlier, but it was so fast at first that it was. I feel like a lot of stuff was left out that they could have went into more detail to. A lot of the past and like I guess you can call it lore, even though it wouldn't go very far back or anything like that, but.
Lore would be the term, but
yeah, just the backstory behind a lot of the stuff that happened. Like, we're just sort of like told, hey, this is how he is now when it comes to like the uranium body thing. It doesn't really go into enough detail on like what was he doing fighting, like what's all his motives to be at that point that this sort of stuff happened. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, they give you like a taste of that. I think it's the first episode when they kind of explain about when the Gastrea first arrived.
Mm-hmm.
And how they killed his parents, but they don't really. They kind of just like go from there to where we are now, and they leave the middle kind of. They don't really explain anything of it until it's plot relevant, which has its ups and downs. I'm hoping for an info dump episode where they just kind of cover all this shit, like probably like episode 7 or 8. So probably next episode after once they finish up this arc. I think at the next episode they did some info dump. That'd be great.
You know what? I gotta mention this real quick, is, like, if you haven't watched it yet, you shouldn't be watching this podcast in the first place, but, because, spoilers, really big spoilers here. At the end of that arc, the first one, it's like, oh, by the way, Enju's gonna die soon. Shouldn't that be like a big fucking deal right now? Yeah, like
yeah, they just leave it. They aren't doing shit with it, and I'm like, that's a big deal. That's a big plot point.
Yeah, shouldn't that constantly be running through his mind right now? Like, constantly. Oh my god, like I was like, this is a big fucking deal. Like, and then like, boom, 2 episodes in, hasn't been mentioned, or is it 2 or 3 now? But either 2.
I think it's 3 at this point.
Yeah,
because the first arc was only 3 episodes, right?
Yeah, I believe so. So
that was really fast. That escalated and de-escalated quickly.
Yeah.
Man, that ramped way the hell up, and this one like dropped back off a cliff, and it feels like they're. It feels like they're doing that kind of. They do it like a sine curve. They just kind of ramp it up, and then it drops, and they ramp it up again.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily like that as a pacing style.
The thing that pissed me off though is that was like the best bad guy in a while I've seen in anime, and it was just like boom, 3 episodes later, boom, gone. Like,
that was so bad.
But
I thought at least he would get away, and then he'd kind of be like that looming character that you're always what's gonna happen. Because he was supposedly really strong, and now it's next.
They actually talk about that in the newest episode. They talk about him a little more and how strong he was.
But they just killed him off so easily in 3 episodes.
Yeah.
or so.
Well, Ray, didn't you hear that they blew through the source material
Yeah.
after the 3 episodes?
That's what I heard.
Isn't that what was something? I mean, I can look.
I heard the first arc that we saw for the anime was all of the source material, according to people on Crunchyroll.
Which that's
So-
that's an entirely separate rant on my end.
Which I'm wondering how many episodes Black Bullet's going to be, because according to Hummingbird, we have a question mark.
I believe it's 12.
I would
don't know if
I would
it's confirmed
assume.
anywhere. I mean, I can't see them doing 24 at this
No,
point.
no, no,
if
no,
they're
no.
out of source material, I can't see them pulling it out of their ass for another 20 episodes. I cannot see that.
Yeah, no, I can't
Good
either.
luck.
But
What is this?
I mean,
Cinema Citrus.
Kinema Citrus, which, by the way, can I just say that the first OP animation set, like, I was talking with someone about this, and it looks like the interns did it. Like, the first OP animation looks god awful, and the editing is terrible. It is so bad. It's fun. It's almost funny. The new one, as of episode 6, is actually a lot better.
yeah, I was actually about to ask you what you thought of that.
It looks a lot better.
No, do you think they changed it because of that?
I think what happened is they were like, "You interns done fucked up. Let's do something good. Let's actually get something out."
We don't have enough
Stop being
time
lazy and
for the
actually make
first
something.
5, but we can pop it in on the 6.
In Kinema Citrus's defense, they ain't done shit prior to this. I think their biggest series prior to this was like Dot Hack Quantum, if I recall.
Jeez.
Like
Anything
they
with Dot
really
Hack on it.
haven't
I don't know.
done anything.
Yeah, I looked them up, and there wasn't really much on their name, under their name at least.
They co-produced Tokyo Magnitude 8.0. That's like it.
I think they worked with Bones too, for something.
Oh, they did Codebreaker. And they did Codebreaker. Those are like the big ones to mention, and of course Dot Hack.
It's not hack really big. I mean,
Well,
I think the whole thing in general has been kind of crap, but okay.
Well, just in general. I mean, franchise-wise, it has a decent name associated with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
that
this is
that
like
also
their
doesn't mean
kind
good.
of- True. So this is their first, like, big foray, it kind of looks like to me.
Yeah, I mean, you know what?
Maybe they
This is a
spent all
little-
their money hiring Yui Horii to be one of the voice actresses, and they have nothing left.
It's possible.
Because she's one of the biggest voice actresses out there right now. And
Oh, and then Rentaro's voice actor is the same person who voiced Kirito.
yeah,
I
that's
believe.
where they all spent their money.
That's where their money went, was the VAs,
That's
and
it.
they kind of are
And then-
skimping on the animation because their animation's also inconsistent.
It's very
don't know
weird.
if you guys-
yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. I can't explain it.
Speaking
It's
of
like
that,
the combat sequences look great though. I'll give them that.
True.
Those look great.
speaking of that though, I here's my opinion. I just want to give this real quick. It's a little off topic on Dot Hack. Sword Art Online is 10 times better than Dot Hack. All of it, in my
And
opinion.
Log Horizon marries the two perfectly.
Yeah, Log Horizon is like the next level of
Just
good.
saying.
Yeah, but I mean, if like that's something I don't understand is like everyone like is hating on Sword Art Online lately. Not even lately. It's been going on for a while. People were saying that, and I'll admit like Alfheim was garbage. But
Yes, it was.
like, if you think that's crap, go back and watch Dot Hack,
I have.
and
all
then
they
be
do
like,
is just sit around and be like, "What are we
Yeah,
gonna do,
like-
guys?"
Yeah, well,
people were
okay.
blowing their mind on that. They're like, oh, jizz all over it. Like,
So, okay, here's my take. Dot Hack is the more character-driven side of the we're trapped in a video game. Sword Art is the more action-driven we're trapped in a video game. Log Horizon marries the two perfectly, I'd argue.
yeah, I mean,
Is the way that I see it. I see them as you know, they're in the same kind of genre, but they're two different things.
Without the
So,
romance that sort of online.
Correct.
had.
Yeah, there wasn't really a romance thing in Dot Hack. Well, okay, Dot Hack Sign specifically. I'm talking about Dot Hack Sign. I haven't watched anything beyond that because it's a continuity clusterfuck after that.
Yay!
It gets really messy.
but yeah, I mean, let's go back real quick. Sword Art Online 2 is coming out soon. I think this
Which
is a
I'm
chance
hyped.
for them to redeem themselves, in my opinion.
You can't
Well-
really blame them because that's what their source material was.
Yeah. Well,
So,
SAO Season 2 is going head to head with Log Horizon Season 2 in the fall.
woo.
This is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to that battle.
I'm gonna watch both anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, I will too. I definitely will too.
We'll see what the other people will say. All
Nerds
right.
will be arguing all over the place.
Oh man,
It's gonna be the best thing
gonna
of
be
any Twitter-
gorgeous.
any
I need to
Twitter.
get some popcorn and just sit there and watch. It's gonna be a knockdown, drag 'em out. It's gonna be gorgeous.
I wish I had a really good nerd voice I could do right now. Log Horizon, it's so much better. The story is so in-depth, it's more like a video game. Like this
Okay, you sound like a slightly
Gay.
retarded.
I was gonna go with a slightly flaming, not quite Brit.
Flaming
That's what I
Brit.
was gonna go with there.
Any gay Brits out there, hit me up.
I
I was gonna say, any gay Brits out there, like, comment, and subscribe.
Alright, so our next series that we're going to be talking about is MekakuCity Actors.
Oh, I wanted to
I've
throw her
only
off
seen
so
3
bad.
episodes, by the way.
I've only seen 2.
I think we're all deficient but Ray, but he told us we're not missing anything.
Yeah, no. There was a part of me right now that wanted you to accidentally perfectly read it out off of the script that says MekakuCity Actors. I
wanted
that so
to,
bad.
but I wanted to stay professional.
Because that
Too late,
describes it.
Sheena. We already threw that out the door a while ago.
I'm trying to help.
Yeah, as soon as I said holla, it was over.
Ain't that the truth?
So,
So,
but, I mean,
okay, fine. Let me take
Here, I'm
all
gonna start,
this
I'm gonna start.
professionalism and just toss it out the window.
I'm gonna start. It's a pile of shit. If you like it, stop supporting Shaft on this one. Go to DC Comics.
Wait!
Go back there. Go back
Wait.
there. That's so good. But
We
Crap.
had like
I've
2
already
episodes.
talked about this
We had
at
2
length.
episodes of this podcast dedicated to Shaft, and now we're hating on Shaft.
no, we're making jokes
Okay.
about Shaft because it sounds like a penis.
Yeah.
That's not saying it's good. That's not saying their stuff is good. Like, I personally think, I'm getting a lot of hate for this, but I'm gonna say it. I think Monogatari is overrated, all of it.
Dun,
All of it in
Oh
general.
man, I would give you hate for that, but I still have yet to finish 2nd season, and I keep telling people I'm going to do a review of it, and I still haven't finished the last arc. So I can't get into it,
Yeah,
which is
that's
really
the issue
frightening
I
to
was
me.
having.
'Cause, I remember watching Bakemonogatari when it originally aired, and it was groundbreaking. It threw everything that I'd known about anime out the window, with the art style, with the direction it was taking, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
And Nisei Monogatari kept it up, but I think that we're reaching a saturation point with Shinbo, is the problem. And I've talked about this. I did a rant video on my channel. I did a different podcast where we talked about this for an hour and a half. So I've talked about Shinbo a lot recently. And I think it's kind of a hot topic because he's doing 2 shows right now
Mm-hmm.
in the same season,
Yeah.
which is insane for a director.
Was it supposed to be
insane.
like 3 at one point almost? Like there's
It was going to also be Hana Monogatari,
yeah,
but
but
that
they
got
delayed
pushed.
it. Yeah.
That's been delayed.
Again.
Shocker, Shaft delayed more Monogatari. I didn't see that coming. But whatever.
Like, if people want me, go ahead, but I feel like people have put it on such a high pedestal, and it's like everything I've seen of it has been the exact same thing, except slightly different. Crappy angles, random text on the screen. I'm like, okay, I get it. It's a style, but you've done it so much at this point. I've seen it in other shows at this point as well. And
Yeah, that's the problem.
yeah, and just a few episodes in, I'm like, I don't like this anymore. I hate this now. And they're trying to do similar things with like MekakuCity Actors, and it's like, you know what else I hate too is when they they put the black bars on the top and the bottom. Like, what are they doing there exactly?
Oh, it's letterboxing.
Yeah, they're doing it on purpose, and it's like, that's not art. That's not a style. That just looks like shit.
The issue I have is that because the style is working so well, Shinbo just keeps repeating it.
Mm-hmm.
And what gave Shinbo his name is his distinct style and how he was in it and how he was changing things up. Well, the problem is that it's leaking into other anime. Other anime are jacking his style. Like Sakura Trick had an episode that reminded me a lot of Shinbo's style. And it's starting to crop up in other series as well, with like the way they do shadowing. Like Nobunaga, the way they did the shadowing is very, very Shinbo, even though the series had other problems. And I think that I see Akiyuki Shinbo as a person who should be innovating in his animation style and should be constantly trying new things. And he's not. He's stagnating.
He's the Call of Duty of anime.
Yes, that's a great way to put it. He's becoming the Call of Duty of anime. It's the same thing every time, and we keep consuming it because we like it.
But we hate it.
But at this point, with 2 shows going at the same time, he's oversaturating his market.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's going to bite him in the ass real soon. Because we're already getting a backlash from it.
Yeah, like, after episode 1 of MekakuCity Actors, everyone was saying, like, it was really good, stuff like that. And I was like, art style, still annoying me, but okay, I'm interested. 5 episodes in, the plot has moved at a snail's pace. We have seen the same episode from multiple perspectives. We are introducing characters, sure, but there's not enough backstory on them that I give a shit. Like, we're 5 episodes in and I don't even know what is going on.
Yeah, one of the observations I made about it is that it feels like they're trying to position it to be the new Monogatari. Because Monogatari, after Hana Monogatari, and supposedly Kizu Monogatari, whenever that's aired, only has one more season of light novels for them to adapt, and then it's done.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like they're looking for something to replace it. Apparently there's not enough source material in Kagero Project to do it with Mekaku, but it feels like they're trying to do that. That's what it feels like to me.
They
It's
are
so
making
Shaft.
it very, very slow pace.
Which
I'll
is
give it
very
that.
Shaft sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. But I mean, people have been singing its praises quite a bit. Like, it seems to be like very much that Sword Art Online sort of thing, where it's like either you love it or you hate it type of thing.
I put it on hold. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, and unless they do something drastic, I'm gonna be on the hate side. Because right now I am. I'm not even gonna lie about it. Like, I'm on the hate side of it right now. I'll keep watching it, but I'll just get more pissed off if nothing good happens. And I'll just, do the same thing next time we fucking talk about it.
I'm probably just gonna put it on hold, and if nothing big happens within the next 3 episodes, and no one's gonna be like, "Oh my god, something big happened," I'm probably just gonna drop it. Because honestly, I mean, I liked Bakemonogatari because it was different, and that was it. That's the only reason.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, and on that, you were mentioning how it was innovative and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. It was different from anything we'd seen at the time.
It's
correct.
longer innovative. It's no longer different. It's lost all its appeal.
That's the problem because he's doing it too much. Every series he's done looks like that.
It looks
not
Bakemonogatari,
exactly.
yeah.
But he's oversaturating it, and he's overusing it.
And that might be part of the problem of why I couldn't get into the Monogatari series, was because I had already seen some of the works after that are very reminiscent of it and have that similar style. But I'm tired of it, and I haven't even seen as much of it as some other people have.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for a Shinbo before he went head tilty, Magical Girl Lyrico Nanoha is done by Akiyuki Shinbo, but it's not done by Shaft. And I think that was 2003. And it's a really good Magical Girl series.
Mm-hmm.
So I recommend that if you're looking for Shinbo before he went Monogatari crazy.
Can I just say that my dog does the Shaft head tilt sometimes?
Yeah.
I think all dogs do it sometimes.
It's adorable.
Let's be honest, that's where he got it from.
Oh, yeah.
He got it from dogs. He was like, people can do that too.
I tried doing that. It hurts. Don't do that.
Well, not the way they do it. No, it's a little...
Yeah, I mean...
Your head's not supposed to turn that way.
You're not supposed to do that.
All right.
No, not really.
So I think that's our rant on MekakuCity Actors.
Yep.
Okay, I could go on for hours on this, and I have. So, but let's just move on, because we can just keep going for hours and hours.
Yeah, she doesn't need more editing.
Seriously.
All right, so for the final series that we're going to talk about is going to be Irregular at Magic High School.
You mean the incest at Magical High School?
Yes. Thank you, Random.
I believe.
Thank you, yes.
Yes, I'm stealing your thunder.
Ah, there it goes, my thunder.
But you were saying, Gina.
So, let me, can I say that I like the incest in this series?
Oh my god, she has come to the side of God, I guess.
She's joined our side,
yeah,
right? She's joined the side of Wincest.
One of us. Cause
Next we just need to get you to like Aura Emo and we're set.
I just imagine that, I imagine that song from Lion King 2, except backwards, like, you are one of us. Anybody who gets that reference, high five.
Yeah. Boom.
Yes,
so I enjoy it. It's definitely not like No Game No Life, because it's more like a little sister complex, I guess. Well, it's the same thing, but it's a sister that likes the brother, so it's kind of a weird.
Yeah, and it feels like the brother doesn't really return that per se.
They have a weird relationship though,
Yeah.
because they have a weird background. Let me just say that I'm still confused on their background. If anyone knows,
yeah. On that topic.
Because it seems like they're saying
they're teasing it, but they haven't told us.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like they're not what they are. Like there's something I can't put my mind around it, but it's something really weird that there's some background to it.
I think the OP spoils it, but I honestly don't know, and even if I did know, I wouldn't say anything. Because something tells me it's going to be game changing, and this is a 26 episode series, so something big's going to happen. So I'm greatly enjoying it. My only problem is the pacing.
Yeah, I was actually about to say that. It's very entertaining, but it doesn't need to be as slow as it is.
I like how
That's actually not the problem I have.
every
I have a slightly
episode is
different
called
problem.
Enrollment Part 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
At this
so
point, it's
far.
part 6.
Yeah, this is a very long
Will you
arc.
just, like,
How long is their
move on
enrollment,
from enrollment?
dude?
But
Gosh.
my problem is that it's paced in such a way that it gets me. I get into it, and it gets me geared up, and I'm enjoying it, and it's action packed, and then they cut me off before I get any sort of resolution at all,
No.
even like a small version.
And here's the thing too. Then the next episode starts, goes right back into the action, but it only lasts like 30 seconds.
Yeah, and then that drives me nuts. It's like you're set up to beat the 3-episode rule, but you're annoying me enough that I don't even want to give you that much.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything else is great. I love it. I love the concept. I love the characters. It looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a huge fan of the OP, but it's still decent. The ED is pretty good. The soundtrack itself is great. The fight sequences look fantastic. I mean, I like the show.
It's a lot better than the other Magic High School
Oh
show.
god, we're not talking about
Let's
that.
not go back to that.
It's because the concept's better.
Yes. And
I
there's
like how
this.
they made magic science. I love it.
Yeah, it's better than let's go to another dimension and learn magic.
Oh god.
Another
And then-
dimension.
And then let's time travel and leave you there at the end of the season because we're going to do another one because God knows why.
Oh, that was so amazing though. In one way, 'cause
I
I was like
Biggest
that.
troll.
I was that Jackie Chan meme. Was like, what the fuck?
I almost threw my TV across the room. I was so mad. Like, I had to watch another season of this shit. It's how I felt after, like, Unbreakable Machine Doll. Same thing. I had to watch another season because I want to know what the fuck happens.
No, I was like,
Just-
this thing is so bad though. It's not gonna get one.
And then it did.
That'd be even
Just
worse.
kidding. You think we're over?
Like then they have to like crank out an OVA to get some kind of ending.
I was like, this is
Oh,
so
God.
shitty. They're not gonna get a second season. Stop being confident.
And I don't think it's gonna happen. I think we're just gonna be left off at the time travel, which random spoiled for me because I didn't care. I dropped the series anyway.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
no,
there's time
I
travel
didn't.
at the
I
end of
didn't
the
care.
series.
I honestly didn't care. I dropped
Well,
it
I'm not
out.
going to tell you.
It's the
But-
most annoying and confusing and shitty time travel ever.
It's an annoying as fuck plot device, is what they did.
And it doesn't even make
And-
sense, really. I mean, honestly.
No, it doesn't. There was a gigantic magical explosion that threw them backwards in time,
Bam.
I think.
And now they both exist in the same time but different ages, and
Logic.
I don't know.
it's happened again.
Or actually, no, they're the same age, but but they went to the past at the prior magical war. I think is what they're going with here.
You can't even tell for sure where the way they ended it.
I know. It's
and then Irregular at Magic High School is the future of that. They're gonna tie it
that
all
would be the
together.
greatest plot twist.
You're giving Maho Sojo so much credit, Sheena, right now by saying that.
You're giving Maho Sensei, way too much credit. Way too much credit.
Yeah, well,
Because
something
they went
like that.
back in time, they changed the future, and then now it's all science because they're like, oops, we messed up big time. Let's change it.
That would be great. Then I'd actually maybe have a little respect for that series. But otherwise, are they both done by Madhouse? Because I don't
Yes.
think.
I think so.
Oh
I
man,
believe so. I believe they are. That's why.
Are they the same-
That's why I was kind of like scared of this episode.
is the source material the same writer?
Let's
Oh,
That's
ask
my
that's
question.
something we're about to
'Cause
look
are
up.
we in an Excel World Sword Art kind of situation?
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm just saying,
Oh,
this
man.
is going to be at the very least, this is going to be a High School of the Dead thing where everyone wants a season 2 just to fucking figure out what's going on.
Nope, just kidding.
Not going to happen. It's going to be like that online myth and legend. By the way, season 2 coming out soon. But
You mean like Panty and Stocking, where we've been waiting for a season 2 since that ended, and Gainax will probably never give it to us.
no, yeah, same thing with High School of the Dead, and I feel like this is going to be similar, except everyone's like, I need to know what happened. This makes no sense. Let it make sense.
Well, with High School of the Dead, the manga is on hiatus too, so they kind of need to stop before they catch up.
Oh yeah, no, I know that, but I mean, it's like,
I don't know. Is Maho Sensei adapted from a manga or a light novel?
You shouldn't
I
say
believe it's a
pop.
light novel. I looked up in the past. I'm pretty sure it was light novel.
But with Irregular,
Yeah, light novel. Yeah.
Irregular
It's,
at
there's
Magic.
7 volumes.
And the I'm trying to see here. The Irregular at Magic High School is a light novel,
Light
as,
novel
well.
as well.
Who's that written by?
Tsutomu Sato and... No, different people.
Okay, good. Thank God.
Written by different people,
I was gonna
so
be
we're not
like-
going to have that weird crap.
That means I can write a fanfic about it.
Good. No, just Sheena. Don't,
Please let me do this.
Just let her have it. Just let her have it.
Fine. You know what? You're letting me get a lot of. I'm not even gonna go there.
All right.
Continue though.
All right.
Go
So
ahead.
with Irregular, the only thing that I'm interested in is this brother and sister and what their real story is. Because first off, when you see them living at home, it's just them two, And I feel like they're not just brother and sister. I feel like there's something more to them than.
They tease their past in the latest episode, at least a little bit, about how if their aunt were to wield her power,
Right.
they'd end up with a different last name again.
I was like, what?
And that was they just kind of throw that out there and leave it. And it's one of those teaser things. Like at the first episode, kind of teased that the brother had something else going on.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't tell you anything other than the fact that he's really good at analyzing people. That was it.
That's still kind of where they're at.
Like they aren't telling you anything, and it's infuriating, but at the same time, it's keeping me interested in the series because they're slowly dropping me little tidbits.
God, I hate that so much, but I love it. The Wincest.
Exactly.
You're like that little animal where they're like, you're what's his name, Adam West or whatever on Family Guy. Ooh, piece of candy or not?
Yeah. I am all about I'm following the pieces of candy. I'm waiting for the payoff, and I'm hoping it's good.
Yeah, it's like you're either gonna find a crap ton of candy or you're gonna, end up in a shipping container.
Mm-hmm. Although I also will say that I really like the way that they explain how the magic works.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that.
Because it's not actual magic. It's kind of like magic, but science-y, magic-y. It's great.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much. There's not enough sci-fi anime.
Mm-hmm.
Sheena, correcting my English since we've been together and saying science-y, magic-y. Okay, anyways.
You have a
hey
problem.
man, I coined the term steampunky as an aesthetic adjective.
Well, at least you,
Just saying.
Did your work on it, I guess.
Yeah, I coined that term for Chaika, which is a series we're not talking about apparently.
We will.
We should have, but Sheena.
Someone needs to catch up on it.
Someone needs to start it.
Yeah, someone needs to just
at least
start
watch
it.
the first episode and see the best unicorn ever.
What? There's unicorn in this?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I have to watch it now.
It's better than your stupid zoo.
My zoo has unicorns. Anyways, let's go ahead.
Make disco party.
Let's go ahead and go into our look back. And today we are going to be talking about Elfen Lied.
I'm going to state right now, I never finished Elfen Lied.
It's okay.
I own it.
I'm fine with talking about it because I do know what happens mostly. And it's like, I don't know how old it is at this point, so spoilers don't matter, but I watched the first 3 or 4 episodes and it bored me to tears after the initial battle with Lucy.
Let me ask you this real quick. How old were you?
I think I was 18 or 19 maybe. I don't remember exactly when I watched it, when I tried watching it.
See,
I was a bit younger than that. I was now. It was probably 4 or 5 years ago, so I think I was 18.
See, I was 13 or 14, so I was like, titties! Watch.
Yeah, but I have better shows for that.
I have better websites for that.
Milk Junkies?
No, we're not bringing that up, Ray. We're not bringing up what we find there.
If you are not over the age of 18, please do not Google that.
Also, be careful what you look at on Right Stuff.
Yes, be very careful what you look at the bargain bin on Right Stuff.
Don't go in there.
I love how it's in there. It's not even separated. It's just bargain bin. This
Bargain
is in here.
bin.
I imagine some kid was like, "What? There's tits in this anime?" Just ordered it.
Sold.
It's like $2.
It's like, this is an anime. Oh.
Childhood ruined.
Star
at that
for
moment.
life.
But as for Elfen Lied, I think it was my very first anime that was gory. My first gory anime series, so that was fun. I don't know how old I was.
For my first gory one, so I went a different route. Yeah. Well, like I said, from what I watched of it, it didn't catch me. I'm sure if I watched it again now, it would be better.
There's also this one moment that will catch you every time because, I hate when animes and TV shows like that do this because it's a really cheap way to get you to sympathize with stuff. But whenever they have someone form a relationship with a dog or a cat or an animal, and then some fucked up little shits come up and just abuse it and kill it right in front of you.
Yeah, that particular plot device.
That just makes me go and it happens in the show. Spoiler alert: if you haven't seen a fucking AMV of Elfen Lied, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But anybody who's even seen a video on it, you've seen this scene where little girl, her just goes rage mode and kills a whole room of fucking school children that just killed a dog right in front of her that she was like in love with. I was like, yo, good on you, high five. Like, kill those little shits. Like, oh my god, I hate when they do that because it's cheap, but at the same time, it's like, now I'm sucked in. Now I'm like, oh my god, she's dealing with so much drama.
Yes.
Because,
and she's only like 6 years old.
Part of it too is because I've always been an animal lover, but still. I'm just like, that's a cheap way to do it, but it works every time, and I fall for it. And I hate when they do it too, because I'm like, oh, poor animal. Even when it's like a foaming, raging, like, dog, like that's just like about to kill somebody.
Oh, never mind.
Huh?
Like from Pupa?
No, from like Dead Man Wonderland.
There was a raging evil dog in Pupa.
That's not.
Yeah,
that's
but
not
you can't
quite
sympathize
the
with
same.
Pupa. It's the episodes are too short.
Oh yeah. Also, like, it's just, it doesn't feel the same in Pupa. Pupa's just fucked up to begin with. But like in Dead Man Wonderland as well, there's like this one scene where the girl was flying out of a window, just like breaks the dog's spine. I'm like, oh, like it was about to kill him, but it still made the sad dog sound.
The sad dog sound.
Yeah. Like, ah! I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, now I'm sad.
We have that sound bit now. We can use that for something. Just say it.
Great. We're gonna use it for you later. Random still remembers that moment. High five!
Yeah.
You didn't even make the sound of the, clap sound.
Oh, hold on.
So back to Elfen Lied. I liked the series when I first watched it. I remember I Netflixed it when I first watched it. And don't watch it when you have parents around. Note to self, don't watch anime in general when you have parents around.
You know what sold me on it? I hadn't seen it, I had heard about it, and I was at Best Buy, and I picked it up, and it was like the box set, and I looked on the back, and there was a review by Playboy, so
Really?
I bought it.
Oh my god. Really? That's what sold you on it, was a review by Playboy.
I was a 13-year-old kid.
It works. Playboy works.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was like 13, I was like, there's like, you look on the back, there's some boobs in there, it's reviewed by Playboy. I'm like, well, I gotta watch. To be fair, the review is like 100% professional.
Well, actually, no, the articles in Playboy are quite legitimate.
Yeah, and I was like, well, it says Playboy, that's because there's tits, and they're saying it's good, it must be good. Tits and good, it must be great!
But looking back at the art of it now, it wasn't very good. As far as I can remember.
No, but I mean, it's quite old though, too.
Yeah, maybe it's just, in retrospect,
I think
it's
that
not good.
it's one of those series that has not aged well.
No, it hasn't.
Because there are series like Cowboy Bebop that still looks as good today as it did however many years ago when it was made. It still looks fantastic. So some series just don't age well, and I think that Elfen Lied is one of them.
Although they did have a really good opening. I like the opening for that series.
I'm actually going to say something. Here's what I think part of that is, when people say something ages well, and something doesn't, is animation style more than the quality of the animation itself.
Yes.
Because Elfen Lied was very much on the
2000.
par average animation for the time, while something like Cowboy Bebop was it was a little more stylized, but it was very, very good for the time. Mm-hmm. And that stylized part of it is what makes people assume that it aged well, even though it was just very good at the time. That's all it really was.
Mm-hmm.
That stylized factor, I think, is what does it. Because, like I said, Elfen Lied was par for the course, animation-wise, on the time it was made.
Is Elfen Lied before the block of time when everything was clamped? I don't remember.
When was the clamp time? Because it originally ran in 2004.
Okay, I think the clamp era was like 2004-ish to like 2008 or 2009.
It was the beginning of the clamp era.
Yeah, it was either the beginning or right before.
Yeah, it was like just before it, give or take.
Yeah.
I think Code Geass is the primary example of what happens when the clamp animation style spreads everywhere. Like, those chins so pointed you can take out an eye.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Clamp was one of the people that designed that.
Fair, okay, or like Gundam Seed would be another example, because Clamp did not have a hand in Gundam, and it looked very Clamp. And I actually didn't watch anime for that period of time, because I hate that art style so much.
You know what, I actually, I think I told this before, but I actually got out of anime for a while. I was just busy with life and stuff like that, and there wasn't a lot of good shows coming out at the time. But it was actually right at the point, and as soon as I came back, everyone was talking about this dead period of time. And it was when I quit watching anime, and then when I started again, a whole period in between that was like, this was our shit time. I was like,
yeah,
sweet, I was perfectly timed.
Exactly. I think everybody stopped watching for a while because there was there's some good stuff in that section of time, but you gotta look for it.
Yeah, but the thing is too, though, I wasn't that person who keeps up with newly releasing shows at that point. I was just looking at the backlogs of stuff and looking out what I thought looked good. So I wasn't even aware of stuff that, like, did this just recently come out or is this old? And I still came to that conclusion was, I can't find anything good, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
And just sort of focus on life a little more.
Yeah, I picked back up right around, I think Bakemonogatari was just releasing when I picked anime back up, relatively heavily, somewhere in there. Or no, Macross Frontier was just releasing.
Okay.
That's what got me back in. So it's like 2007.
To be honest, mine was like Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I think you were a little early there when it comes to a bunch of good stuff there, Random.
True.
I think you're still finding gems in a pile of shit every now and then.
Yeah, you can still find them. It's just you have to kind of look. You have to sift.
Yeah,
you have to sift kind of hard.
You weren't sifting as hard anymore at that point.
Sift harder.
Exactly. And at this point, you don't have to sift particularly hard at all because there's just quality everywhere.
Oh yeah, like I mean, everyone was saying how bad the winter season was.
And even then, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, if you look back, there was some quality shows in there. And, you know, granted, it could have been a lot better, and this is a lot better right now.
Mm-hmm.
But there was some good shit in there. Like, I would have killed for some of that back when I stopped watching anime for a while.
Yeah, because even the garbage was pretty good.
Yeah, like, I mean...
Like really, even the stuff that wasn't that great was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Comparatively.
Yeah, so...
So that kind of like derailed from Elfen Lied a little bit.
Yeah, well...
Well, it went into like how old it is and stuff like that,
right.
and that's sort of why, but I mean...
It's related.
Yeah.
It's a tangent.
So I'll say tangents. I own it, and it's a good show. Like you said, it doesn't age well, that's about it.
I can't say I would recommend it to people, only because it's gory. You know, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
I would recommend it as a well-known anime, not really classic, but like this sort of, what's it called? When like it has like a big fan following, but it's like underground kind of sort of.
It has a cult following.
Yeah, it has like a cult following. There it is. I
may take another stab at it just because it's been years since I tried. So,
if you can I advertise an AMV? Not mine, but somebody's. And you've seen it, Ray.
Oh, that weird one.
If you guys are into watching AMVs and have seen Elfen Lied or want to see like scenes of it, go watch. I forgot what the title was, but it was an AMV using Elfen Lied, and the song that they used was "Let It Go" from Frozen. It's beautiful. I need to find the title of it. I'll probably post it down in the description. So
actually, do it, Sheena. You know how this is a rant. You know how many people I see that say stuff like that? And it's not in the description. I'm just like, I
have done it.
I rage so hard. I'm like, you said you would. You promised.
We'll hold you to that, Sheena.
I want to be in on the joke or whatever. And then, nope, can't be.
Okay, the title of the AMV, in case I don't put it in the description, but I will. It's called The Gore Never Bothered Me Anyway. And there's two versions. There's the censored version, which is, I think, a lot more funnier with the censored bars on it. And then there's the uncensored version, so...
Can I talk about censorship in Brynhildr in the Darkness real quick because I forgot about it?
Yeah,
go for it.
It's pissing me the fuck off.
Yeah,
really bad.
I completely understand you.
Like, it's driving me insane.
I know, right? I want
to
see
I think
those
it's the same
so
issue. Well, no, I don't care about that part.
I know.
Like seriously, if I want that part, I got other things I can watch. I'm talking about, like, they censor the gore, but they want the gore to be shocking, but at the same time they're censoring it. They're having the same issue that Pupa did.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
And if I wanted to watch censored anime, I have other sources for that. I don't want to watch my anime censored.
Start with H.
You know, not that kind of I mean, if I have to go hunt for it, that's fine. I would just prefer that I don't have to go hunting for it. This isn't, 2009 when I have to torrent everything to watch anime. I have Crunchyroll.
That's when you had to do it?
or whenever. 2000 whatever. It doesn't matter. This isn't the ye old darkened times.
I gotta drop my e-dick for a little bit. Been around here longer than you apparently.
Hey, I didn't have a computer of my own until like 2007, something like that. Coincidentally, that's when I started watching anime again.
Stuff.
That does start with an H.
Yes. All right, so you want to go ahead and go into the off-topic discussions because it's fun stuff coming up, right?
No, completely boring. I don't want to meet this guy at all.
All right.
Yeah, not in the least.
Our first off-topic is Anime Expo 2014. And all three of us are gonna be there. Yay! Party!
I'll even be wearing clothing.
Huh?
I think. I might actually deign to put on a pair of pants and leave my house.
Oh gosh, guys, big moments.
Well, now I'm disappointed. I mean, the leaving your house part I'm fine with, the pants.
Yeah. Hey, I can wear a kilt. It's actually gonna be hot enough. I may have to.
No, boxers would have been better. You're trying to make me happy right here.
Hey, I never said I wore anything under my kilts.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, my being there is contingent upon my boss giving me time off.
Okay, well,
because my ticket is right next to me on top of my printer, so I've already bought it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of can I get her to give me 4 days off.
we'll just give some bro love when we're there, though.
Yeah, like I sent you the
the soul eater.
the GIF that we need to do that, Ray. That needs to be you and me. We've got to do this.
Okay, we'll set up a camera on a tripod and we'll slow mo it and like add like some dubstep to it.
I have the camera and the tripod. I can.
We're gonna need 3 cameras though. That we're gonna have to do 3 takes of it so we can get all the different angles. Long range angle.
And then we need 2 lav mics, and yeah, and this is getting out of hand.
Yes. So.
Then we just end it off with Sheena's going like. Ding!
I would too. But yes, so Anime Expo, if you guys don't know yet or have yet to buy tickets, go buy and then come see us, maybe. I
think you might be out of luck if you want tickets.
Really? Is it already gone?
I have a feeling that they're gone. Let me take a look real quick.
If they're not gone, they're more expensive.
Yeah, I know they're a lot more expensive.
We got ours during Black Friday, and we only paid $45.
Oh, I bought mine earlier in the year, but I paid $65.
I win.
Dang, yeah.
I mean, I don't care. No, you can still actually. It's up to $70 for a 4-day.
Yay! That's very expensive.
Wow, you really
It's $35. It's $35 for a 1-day ticket.
But
you may as well just buy the 4-day if you're gonna go for 2 or more days.
Yeah. But what they do have though, I think you can get into the convention center for free. But
Exhibit hall only after 4 o'clock.
Yes, but the exhibit hall closes like 5 or 6 or something like that.
So basically, if you want to try and deal with an hour of not
madness.
Worth it, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you can get into the convention for free, but you can't go into any of the panels or into the exhibit hall or to Artist Alley or to any of the game stuff or any of. You can just walk around, which some people like doing, I guess. But we will be there, everywhere.
And if you're gonna be there, I guess you can meet us. I mean, it's kind of creepy.
Hey, whatever, I'll be, And then I know the entire manga pod crew is going to be there too.
Woo!
So,
are they guys?
Yeah, and we'll be the creepy people. We can be the creepy people that they meet, and then you can be the creepy people that we meet.
You'll be even creepier because we're not even that famous.
Yeah, no, it'll just be all around creepy for everybody.
Hey, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with creepy.
Let's be honest. Everybody in the anime community is at least a little creepy, so none of us are normal.
Yeah, seriously. But normal's boring.
If we were normal, we'd be playing sports or doing things that actually matter.
We wouldn't be here recording right now.
Yeah, right. I mean, but I think we're better for it. Not really.
Yeah, but we are excited for it. I think that not Ray, but I will be tweeting out stuff like where we are, and I'm sure Random will do it too. So
yeah, I'll tweet stuff out.
I don't know which one I'll tweet from. Either from mine or.
I need to have a spark of inspiration to tweet something. That or just really want to reply to something somebody said.
Yes.
Well, that's reasonable.
But yeah. So if you guys are gonna be at Anime Expo, let us know. Woohoo! All right. So our next
you
off
can grope me if you want while you're there.
Don't touch him.
What?
What? Did Cheetah get all creepy girlfriend? All right.
Yeah, kind of. You won't let people random. You're gonna grope me.
Oh,
right?
You have no idea.
Oh yeah.
There may not be any pants involved. This will be great.
Oh god.
Oh, I'll go commando.
Oh god.
Hey, Sheena, you can't say you don't like it. Just take pictures.
Yeah. I'll
I'll cosplay as someone from Free. I'll wear a Speedo. This will be great.
There's a part of me that went like, I can do that too, but I shouldn't.
Neither should I.
No. Especially me, though. Everyone, like, there'll be so many pictures on the internet. This person actually did this. He thought he could pull this off.
That would be me.
The mounds of fat that go over me in my Speedo.
Yeah, you
as I try to, like, elegantly, like, flow my hair
You
around.
and me both.
act
Where
all
is
boyish.
the Speedo? Where is it?
Yeah, Sheena wants to see that.
It's gone. It's gone.
Just to make it better, I'll do the butterfly one.
No. Not the butterfly Speedo, the bodysuit butterfly.
Oh, wait, the one from Buzo Renkin? That one?
No.
It looks like
Well,
that, but
kind
it's
of.
free.
That was a bad show.
a
Don't
moment.
talk
No,
about
no,
it.
that
I had
show
a bad
was
experience.
amazing. Don't you
No, I
give
had a
me your
bad
shit.
experience. I had a bad experience with that show. Don't even.
But random. Yeah, it was a moment in Free where they're trying on swimsuits and they go to that, like, a random one that looks just like that.
Oh,
for
that's
no reason.
great.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'll go with that
And
one.
I do agree, Buzo Renkin was awful, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
I couldn't. I was like, this is bad.
It wasn't supposed to be good, I don't think. I think Watsuki has a great sense of humor.
I did not understand his humor at the time, so. Let's
Well,
keep
it was
that
his
way.
follow-up to Kenshin. He wrote it directly after Kenshin,
Oh, really?
when Kenshin ended. So they wanted more from Watsuki because he was selling so well. So we got Buzo Renkin.
Yay! Thank you.
I don't know that was a good idea or not.
It was genius. All right.
There were fans. I mean, it was semi-popular at the time.
I've watched it. It's forgettable.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly how you describe it.
Have you seen a shonen battle anime? Well, congratulations. You've seen Buzo Renkin. Can we move on, please?
No, but have you seen them fight in space? On the moon?
Oh, they did do that. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I didn't get that
You've
far,
also
so
seen
I don't know.
Transformers now. I assume. I don't know. I haven't seen.
I don't think.
even...
Did they fight the moon?
I
don't
don't know.
remember. It's been years, and it was very forgettable.
Watch. They really did.
What Buso Rankin? No, I know they fought on the moon
Okay.
for that. I was like, you've also seen Transformers, though, and I'm like, wait, they didn't fight there, though, did they?
They probably did.
I just know it was named The Dark Side of the Moon. That's all I remember.
I don't even remember. Whatever.
Buso Rankin is like Transformers. It's forgettable.
Yes. Yes, it is. All right, so let's go on to the next off-topic discussion, which is Chaika Season 2. Chaika comes back
Good
to
job
haunt
trying
me.
to sound excited about that, even though you haven't seen any
I'm
of it yet.
stoked. I mean,
I
I'm a
too.
not so closet fan of the other series that was done by the same writer, same director, same studio, and that's Scrapped Princess, and that ran for 24 episodes. So I'm not terribly surprised this one has a second season. But I think that there's plenty of source material, so that also doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much else you can say besides, like, that's just good news,
He's
really.
more good at anime.
So I haven't seen Chaika, obviously. So I googled it, and then I got a car.
Yeah, I think it is a car.
The Mark 1 Chaika. And then Google Images was giving me... Hold on. never
Oh
mind.
yeah, that car.
Just kidding. Cars. Yeah, there's a bunch of cars. There are a bunch of Russian cars.
I'm just saying, in the Google Drive, I did kind of link, the article.
I know, but I'm just saying I needed to,
Although you probably hate the pictures used for the article because those eyebrows are everywhere.
Yeah, eyebrows.
If that's the only thing that bothers you about that is legitimately the only.
You're so
that's
shallow.
the only gripe about the series that I have. Just
You know what I want to put on there? I want to put the eyebrows from Fully Cooley on her.
yes,
badly.
that would work.
Can we do that? Right,
You
edit
can
that?
try it, Shayna. I ain't trying that shit.
I don't have any Fully Cooley sources, so I want to do.
All mine are in 480p, so we're not going there.
I want to do like a dubstep eyebrow dance on this girl.
Just look for a screenshot, honestly, if you want Fooly Cooley status animation. You just move it around yourself.
Yeah. So yeah, since you guys are more excited about it, go on and discuss.
There's not much to talk
this is
about.
just good news. This is a
Yeah,
win.
this is a win for the anime
Oh,
community.
it
It
is.
means that
Yeah.
I don't have to add another series to my list of things that need a second season that will never get them.
Yeah, this is so far it completely deserves it. Like, it's paced like I said before, it's paced so brilliantly.
I mean, it starts slow. It really does, but that's okay.
Yeah, like right now, I feel it's like just perfectly being paced. Every episode has been good so far that I've watched.
I mean, the only gripe I have is that the CG isn't blended very well, but the CG is never blended very well, so I've kind of had to get over that.
Yeah, I don't know what you do about that, though.
There's not a real
easy
way to fix traditional media being mixed with CG. It just doesn't blend nicely.
No.
I mean, everyone wants to see it blended nicely, though.
They tried to in, what's that one series that you showed me, Ray? The one with the ship.
You are being very
unhelpful.
Helpful. Yeah, like
the one with the ship.
Specific.
I think.
What's that anime that you showed me was how she opened this up. Just keep that in mind. That anime. Oh, obviously it's this one. Then that ship.
No, okay, it's the one that you said that looked all CG, and then they looked really weird at the same time.
Oh, Irregular Blue Steel.
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had that color in it.
That was entirely CG, though. Wasn't it?
It was pretty much entirely.
Yeah, but they still tried to keep that still, not CG look to it, but it looked really weird at the same time when their heads turned.
If you want to see...
Yeah, no, but if anything, I give them a high five for that, because that was at least new and interesting and refreshing.
Arpeggio was not the first time that was tried.
No,
the one that comes to mind as a train wreck of how that can go is Black Rock Shooter. The series, not the OVA.
No, but I like it when they experiment and try to do things better, and it's just another step towards improvement. Is the way I look at it.
Not oversaturated.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're not doing Shimbo and doing that all the time.
I think the last series I watched that was entirely CG that didn't do it well, unfortunately, was Appleseed 13, because the two movies were fantastic. Although I will state that isn't exactly CG; it's technically cel shading. But that's nitpicking.
It's
CG-ish. That's nitpicking. And
it looks like it. Might as well be
Appleseed 13 was a train wreck in every possible way. I've talked about that before.
They tried.
Sheena, you're supposed to be shilling your Appleseed DVD right now.
Oh yes. Who wants to buy it?
I have the steel case version. You can't sell me on it.
$2. You can have whatever the fuck you have.
$2.
Plus shipping and handling.
Which is probably more than $2.
Most likely.
It's like $5.
Alright. And let's go on to our last off-topic discussion, which is the Attack on Titan on Adult Swim pulled in about 1.5 million viewers on Cartoon Network last weekend. Yay, congrats.
Significant.
That's a lot, dude. Yes,
I mean, for normal viewing crowds, that's crap. That's absolute garbage. But for Adult Swim, and specifically for an anime, that's actually insane.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how about this, though? On the premiere, I believe, of it, it was the top-ranking non-NBA original program.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, the only thing that was beating it was the NBA, basically.
Which hardly counts.
Good job, NBA.
And news, I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
That's pretty crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at the other viewer count for the other series, I mean, there's about 700, and this one doubled it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a good step for anime.
You know what I do find is sad, though, that's put in this article? Beware the Batman got more views at 3 a.m. than Black Lagoon did at 2:30.
Yeah, but my problem with them airing Black Lagoon on Adult Swim is their censorship department must be working overtime.
Are they
have to.
I didn't see it. Oh,
first off, they
never mind.
They have to censor 235 fucks throughout the entire series.
That's right, because I did see an episode and it was bleeped out, and I was like,
and this is not counting all the shits they have to bleep
draw.
out. Well, they can kind of get away with shits at 2:30 in the morning, but they have to kind of bleep those out. They have to censor out the nudity because there's a fair amount of that.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like that one was stupid. Why can't you just say fuck? Fuck!
I know. That's again an entirely different topic that I could talk about.
It's part of the best part of the show. That's just the atmosphere of that show. But whatever. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. All I know is that Attack on Titan is doing good things for anime.
The time slot's also better, right? Mm-hmm. It's 11 o'clock.
That did get a pretty good, it did get
11
a pretty
o'clock
good time,
slot,
so I guess that helps it too.
A good time slot for Toonami.
Yeah, for Toonami, because the 2:30 block is a really shit time slot. Because
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but that's not
Well,
what
let's
I'm
be
doing
honest,
at 2:30 in the
anything
morning.
after Attack on Titan is a shit time slot. Like, they're getting the end block of the good time slots with possible good time slots.
It's because
like,
Cartoon Network doesn't want to extend the Toonami block, or they don't want to adjust it so that it starts at 10 o'clock instead of 11.
which they should after Attack on Titan does this good. But
I doubt they'll do it. This has
probably
been
won't,
this has been an
because-
issue that Toonami's had since its inception. Well, since its return, rather, because this wasn't an issue originally when it was back in the 90s.
Back when I was playing stuff like Cowboy Bebop.
Well, actually, a little bit after that, because I didn't catch Cowboy Bebop on Toonami, but in that same kind of era.
Not even the reruns?
I when I was watching it, I was getting Gundam Wing reruns a lot. Was my era, so that was like 99,
Okay.
98, something like that. And then it got moved to Saturdays after I think the bubble hadn't quite burst at that point, so they moved to the Saturdays when it started to get less popular. And that did not do it any favors. And then the bubble burst, which killed Toonami. And here we are.
Yes. Sad. And now we're here with Attack on Titan. Which is...
I'm happy about it.
Mm-hmm. At the same time, like, I mean, you could say that you're, like, really happy, but then at the same time, when you go to anime conventions, like when I went last year, it was Attack on Titan everywhere, and Sword Art Online. But it was mostly Attack on Titan. And at the time, I haven't seen the series, so I had no idea what it was. I mean, I knew the concept of it, but I didn't know anything. But everybody who had their, what's
The
it
3D,
called? Their
3D
gear
maneuver
thing.
gear. Yeah, that was everywhere at
3D
Sakura
maneuver,
Con
yeah.
this year, too.
Everywhere. If they didn't have that, they had the jacket, or we
the
had
uniform.
some guy in a skin suit with, the muscle
Yeah,
skin suit as
the Colossal
the
Titan,
giant.
yeah.
Yes. So that was everywhere. And even when you go to the exhibit hall, there was a giant Titan head, the Colossal Titan head, peering over one of the stalls. So it's like at the same time, it's like, oh, it's good for anime because it's actually getting out somewhere and it's not just some kiddie show. But at the same time, it's like everyone, it's all Attack on Titan. It's like,
And Sword
kind
Art,
of like,
too.
I guess,
Sword Art, they're both
Yeah,
still going
and-
big.
yeah, and I guess it's kind of like that Naruto age where when you think anime, you just thought Naruto. You know what I mean?
I thought DBZ for years, but...
Or DBZ. I guess like DBZ was more like 90s-ish.
Yeah.
And like more than 2000 was like Naruto.
Yeah.
You watch anime? Yeah, the Naruto or DBZ.
The big three.
And then now it's gonna be Attack on Titan for this decade, I think.
Possibly. I can see that happening.
But it's not a long running.
I don't see that being a bad thing.
so far.
Because I think...
It's a lot more mature than Naruto
Yes,
when we first
but
started.
I don't see it as a bad thing, but there are problems with Attack on Titan. Like, the pacing.
Especially if you read the manga. And if they're going to continue the series, because I don't know. Have you guys heard of anything about season 2?
It's been greenlit as far as I'm aware of, but they don't have a date for it.
I believe the issue is source material.
Yeah,
right?
I think that's the issue.
Yes.
Is they don't have
Because I know that
enough.
they're making movies that are basically recaps of the whole series, and then after all the movies are released that they're doing, that once again it's just recaps essentially, they're going to actually start releasing new stuff is the idea. So it's going to be like a year or two, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
More
Because the
like
manga's
2.
still coming out. It's not over.
it's ongoing.
I've kept up with the manga for a while, but
I believe it's going to be like probably most likely everyone's guessing around 2 years before it comes out.
oh, it's too long, man.
Possibly a year and a half to a year if we're lucky.
I'll say this: the series is very well done. It is like the characters are generic. We have Eren, who's very from Evangelion. What's his name? I'm not good with names, am I?
Are you comparing to Shinji?
Yes.
I wouldn't compare those two
I'm
at all.
comparing him. I
No,
compare
then-
them.
Well,
Well, actually, no. I mean, I guess not their attitude. How they complain all the time. There's something about.
I
them
guess
too.
you might be able to say that for when Shinji decides to like grow some balls. What was it in the most recent movie?
I
was
think
Which
it was
one?
either
Yeah.
3 or 4 when that happened. Yeah, I don't remember if it was
Yeah.
3.33 or the 4.44.
He's
Yeah,
like,
one
no,
of those
no,
two he
wait,
grows balls. Then maybe I could see the comparison.
They're opposite of each other in how they want to fight. Like, I don't want to fight. I want to fight and kill them. But they're still like they have the same kind of personality.
I can kind of see it a little bit. It just
Very, very
I mean,
vaguely.
my problem is that Eren. I'm trying to think how to phrase this properly and say it right. I don't know how to say it exactly, but they're like, I'm trying to think of how to say this, and like this would take me a little while to figure out. And just I can't think of a way to say it exactly, but very vaguely they're the same character, or at least they're somewhat similar, but their motivations couldn't be much more different.
Yeah. And it still pisses me off with, like, there's that time jump in the beginning a little bit. How it was like, I don't know, am I the only one that's still pissed off about it when he has this, like, flashback with his dad, and I don't know when that happened. So I'm still kind of like...
on how they...
I'm the only one
on how he met Mikasa, right? Is that the part you're talking about? Or are you talking about the beginning of the series?
I think between...
I think you're talking about when he gets the shot, right?
When he gets a shot, yeah. It's like, when did that happen? I'm just, like, super confused about that stuff.
I think it may have been... The way I'm thinking of it is it's kind of like a suppressed memory that's kind of showing up in his dreams. But he doesn't know... But he's not sure if it actually happened or not, I think is what it is.
And I also think it's not being told because it's a huge fucking plot point. I mean, I don't think that's something you can really complain about, because in my opinion, the way I looked at it was obviously, here's this huge climactic plot point that we're going to get to eventually. Yeah, because it's like, oh, we're foreshadowing this, but it hasn't even been written yet.
Yeah, it's one of those, I think the mangaka may be the only person who knows what the deal is. Or he may not even know yet.
Yeah. Can I say that even in the manga, it doesn't explain anything? Well, I'm not that far into it, so I'm a little bit ahead of where the series ended up. So good job, Attack on Titan. You had a lot of viewers last weekend. Let's hope we can top that.
Well, when we're at AX and we go to the AMV Center area, we'll see a lot of Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah.
Yes, because I hear there is a lot of Attack on Titan in every single category, according to one of the judges.
Did you guys manage to not use any AOT clips?
Yes. Yeah, no problem.
I think that should be like an honorary.
We should get an honorary award.
Did not use most popular anime series of the year.
Yeah.
Wait, we did not conform. Sword Art Online.
AOT beat the crap out of that in terms of popularity and viewership.
Yeah,
it's still popular, but
yeah, but not nearly as bad or as much. I wouldn't say it's bad.
It's bad.
I gotta be careful with my phrasing.
The finalist list, though, we're gonna be dragging you in there. Okay, sound good, Random? We'll be dragging you in there with us if we make the final list.
Soul. You can drag my ass in there.
Okay, you and your kilt. That's gonna be.
Alright.
You and your kilt.
Well, before we get into the kilt and the commando and the...
Oh, we're going into
that?
No,
we're not. No, we're not.
That's not on my script. Actually, the Attack on Titan was the last off-topic discussion thing that we're talking about. So...
Oh, I can edit that.
No. Stop typing. Stop typing. What?
Well, that's a great way to end this.
I'm not... Okay, whatever. I'm not... Random, go ahead and plug yourself. Please go downhill.
Anyway, I'm RandomSama613. I have a channel on YouTube called Anime Opinions. It's youtube.com/IHaveAnimeOpinions. I try and put out content every week, usually Thursday at 9 a.m., but that may change at some point because my life is just crazy. On Twitter, I'm at RandomSama613. On Instagram, I'm RandomSama613. On Tumblr, I'm RandomSama613. I think you're getting the idea. You can... I'm also RandomSama613 on Mal, but I haven't touched my anime list since Hummingbird. Oh, which I'm on there as RandomSama613 as well. So, you can go ahead and follow me on Mal, but you're not going to really get anything out of that because I don't use it anymore.
Yay. All right. So we'll send it off. Wait.
Hold on. No. What we need to do, though, for that is, for our little thing we're doing, we need to both, instead of getting actual ties, we need to get those tuxedo shirts.
Yes. That'd be perfect.
Oh, God.
Anybody who knows what we're talking about, good on you, but there's probably only about 3 of you.
Good job, 3 people. Good job.
High five.
All right, so that is the end of our podcast. Thanks again for listening, and we will see you all next time.
Partisans.